Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to the Vancouver Island University Gymnasium, as well as a big hello to fans watching home on SportsCanada.tv for this afternoon's PACWEST basketball matchup featuring the visiting Langara College Falcons from Vancouver and your VIU Mariners. The VIU Mariners recognize and appreciate the privilege to live, learn, and compete on the unceded territory of the Snuneymuxw First Nation. The strong partnership between VIU and Snuneymuxw provides a solid foundation for the success of the Mariners as students and as athletes. Fans, this time we'd like you to please rise if you are able and remove your headgear for our national anthem, O Canada. Thank you very much, everyone. And now, let's meet the starting rosters for both teams, beginning with the visiting Langara College Falcons. At guard, number 2, Vivian Sang. At guard, number 4, Claire Wang. At 4, number 6, Kate Cartner. At 4, number 10, Julia Sprott. And at guard, number 11, Haley Lee. The Falcons are coached by Cam McGilvery, assisted by Chris Schneller. The Langara College Falcons. And now the starting line for your VIU Mariners. 5th-year guard from Victoriaville, California, number 4, Monica Godding. 5th-year guard from Portland, Oregon, number 5, CJ Buckley. 4th-year guard from Abbotsford, number 8, Cindy Federley. Second-year forward from Comas, number 10, Harriet Mackenzie. And 4th-year forward from Prince George, number 11, Kayla Gregory. And your VIU Mariners. The Mariners are coached by Tony Bryce, assisted by Luke Holmes and Kayla Gourmet. For those folks watching at home on SportsCanada.tv, visiting Falcons in the orange, black, and white. Mariners in the black, Departure Bay blue and white. CJ Buckley.
Good afternoon, basketball fans. Sorry about the late start here. We were having a couple technical difficulties. My name is Austin Height, and welcome to the VIU women's basketball matchup against the home team, VIU Mariners, and the visiting Langara team. Mariners off to a quick start with the first bucket of the game, courtesy of CJ Buckley, who, as I've been told, is a bit of family members, came all the way from Portland, Oregon in attendance this afternoon. So thanks so much to CJ Buckley's family for making the trip to watch CJ play in person. Harriet Mackenzie has it on the low block with two defenders on her, gets a couple of offensive rebounds and gets called. And a foul gets called, and Harriet Mackenzie will go to the free throw line. The Mariners are coming into this afternoon trying to avenge a loss last night at the hands of the Capilano Blues, while at the same time Langara is trying to get back-to-back wins. They beat the Capilano Blues last weekend on the 19th. Mackenzie makes the first free throw but can't get the second one to fall. The ball goes out of bounds, and Langara is going to inbound on their baseline. Last night was the Mariners' first loss of the season after jumping out to a quick 3 wins. The game against the Capilano Blues was certainly a physical one. A bit slower pace offensively, but it picked up late in the fourth quarter. Both teams making shots back to back. As Kayla Gregory comes up with the rebound after the missed Langara layup. And a foul gets called. And Langara is going to inbound on the Mariner baseline. Langara drives to the hoop, and nice, beautiful layup off the glass by Haley Lee, the second-year guard out of Vancouver, BC. Guyton hands it off to Buckley. Throws it cross court. A three-pointer for the Mariners is off the mark, but Kayla Gregory comes up with a rebound. A foul is called.
Rebounding foul called on Kayla Gregory for the Mariners.
Kayla Gregory's going to pick up that foul. The ref thought she Was a bit too physical going for that offensive rebound there. Gregory's had an outstanding start to the season so far. Langara trying to find their shot at the three-point line. Gets thrown inside to Lee, who muscles her way to the basket and gets the left-handed layup to go. Harriet McKenzie has it at the free throw line. Her floater's off the mark, but a foul is called. Looks like Harriet got pushed there, and she's going to go right back to the free throw line, just like last play. It's going to be her second trip to the line in this game. She makes the first free throw. Mackenzie's also had a great start to this young season so far. She's currently leading the PACWEST conference in points per game with 18.8, and is also leading the rebounding category as well, averaging 14.3 rebounds as well. Had a couple of 20 and 20 games within the last 2 weeks, which earned her VIU Women's Basketball Athlete of the Week honors alongside point guard Renika Guyton, who's also been playing strong. Nice pump fake by Harriet. Step to the basket gets called as a travel. It's going to be Langara ball.
Mayor substitution for game number 9, Mackenzie Hall.
The starting five for the Langara women's basketball squad is Sang, Wang, Karkner, Sparot, Lee, and they're missing one of their best players so far in this game. There's a nice backdoor cut for the two-point layup. Lee got that basket for Langara. Another whistle on the floor here. It's going to be Mariner ball on the Langara baseline, it looks like. As I was saying, Langara is playing without one of their best players in this one. Nadia Singh is unavailable for today's match. She's one of the league leaders in a number of categories as the Mariners' three-pointers off the mark. Guyton battles for the rebound. Tried to throw it off a Langara foot, but they recover and come back the other way. Wang, nice dribble move there. Kicks it out to the top of the three-point line. Just floaters, no good off the backboard, and McKenzie grabs a rebound. Langara currently leading 6-5. Harriet McKenzie drives baseline. Her layup is off the mark. Great defense there by Langara. Sparot took a hard fall on that one, absorbing the contact. It was a great defensive energy to start this game. The ball gets deflected out of play by the Mariners, and Langara is going to inbound in front of their bench. Wang has Guyton guarding her. Jump shot from Langara. That's off the backboard, off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound though. Can't get the putback floater to go. Wang came up with that offensive rebound for Langara.
Foul calling Claire Wang for the Falcons, first personal.
As I mentioned, Nadia Singh not playing in this game for Langara. She's just outside the top 10 in points per game as Renika Guyton's mid-range jumpers off the mark and rebounded by Langara. Singh is averaging close to 10 points a game, just outside the top 10 in league leaders. Also top 5 in rebounding per game with 7. So Langara, as a foul gets called on them on their way to the basket, is looking for the rest of their players to step up and fill that void left by Singh. Substitution here for the Mariners. Renika Guyton is going to take a breather here. Cox is going to come into the game for VIU. Karkner was the Langara player fouled on that last play, so she's at the free throw line and made the first shot. Doesn't make the second. VIU tries to recover the rebound but can't keep it in bounds. Langara is going to get a second chance at a bucket here. Langara currently leading 5-7 with just over 6 minutes left in the first quarter. A little bit more flow to this game than the VIU game last night. Had a lot of whistles and was much more physical. As Harriet McKenzie gets the rebound for the Mariners. Mackenzie Hall, who also came into the game, gives it to Harriet McKenzie. Kick to the corner to Cox. Down into the corner for CJ Buckley, but she can't hold on to the ball, and that goes out of bounds. It was a great pass there. Langara inbounds, and Federley comes up with the steal. CJ Buckley finishes the play off with a nice right-handed layup off the glass. She gets on the board. It's great for her family to see, who are in attendance here today. Langara for three. That one's off the mark. Karkner had a good look there. Didn't make the shot, but that's great confidence there, trying to get Langara going offensively. Currently tied 7-7 with just over 5 1/4 left to go. Federley gives it to Hall. He works on the elbow. Nice scoop layup, but that one's off the mark. Great defense by Langara there. I believe Karkner was playing some great on-ball defense there. Wang kicks it to the wing. Back up top now for Langara. 5 left on the shot clock. Langara's got to get a shot here. Nice lefty fadeaway shot. That one's off the mark, and the Mariners come back the other way. CJ Buckley fakes the pass to Harriet McKenzie and puts it off the glass. Wang was looking for a charge there, but the refs thought that she moved her feet, and so that is a foul on CJ Buckley, who will go to the line for a chance at 2 free throw shots. A couple of more substitutions. Wang looks like to be coming out for Langara, along with Harriet McKenzie for the Mariners, and Kayla Gregory comes back into the game, along with Key Holweg, who had a great offensive game for the Mariners last night, despite the slow-paced offense that we saw. Buckley makes the first free throw. Makes the second as well. She's got off to a nice offensive start in this game. Mariners are now in the bonus, so for the last 4.5 minutes, every time they get fouled, they'll go to the free throw line for a chance at 2 points, and Cox gets a steal on the fast break. Apologies, that was CJ Buckley with the steal, but she can't convert the layup. Buckley in the top 4 in the top 10, in steals per game, averaging 2.3. Off to a great start so far. Sang got fouled, and so she's going to shoot a couple of free throws. Gets the first free throw to rattle in. Score currently 9-8 for the Mariners. We're trying to avenge a loss last night at the hand of the Capilano Blues women's basketball team. Sang makes the second free throw for Langara, and Mackenzie Hall takes a jumper, step inside the three-point line in the corner, but that one's off the mark, rebounded by Langara. Murray, who's in this game for the first time, gives it off to Sang. And Chong for Langara gets called for the travel there. She took an extra step before she took a dribble. You've seen quite a bit of that this year, particularly last night for VIU and Capilano. A lot of turnovers for both teams. Very slow-paced game than what we've seen in the early stages of this one. Holweg almost lost the handle on that, but she recovers. Cox for 3. That one's no good. Gregory tried to grab the offensive rebound against Sparrott, but it goes off Gregory's leg and out of bounds, and that's going to be Langara ball. 3:35 remaining in the first quarter. We are all tied up at 9. Wang, who's covered by Cox, dishes it off to Chong. Murray drives to the basket. That layup is good. A beautiful finish at the rim there for Langara. Holweg. Right-handed floater's no good. Langara tried to keep the ball in bounds though, and didn't work, so it's going to stay Mariner ball. Mackenzie Cox is going to inbound the ball for the Mariners on the Langara baseline. She tried to find Mackenzie Hall inside, but that gets touched up by Langara. It's going to be Mariners ball again. In the corner for Cox for 3. That one hits the rim. Ball goes off the Mariners last, and Langara is going to inbound. Wang gives it to Chong, who's covered by Mackenzie Hall. Switched on to Holweg. Foul called, it looks like, on Holweg. Mariners looking to make a couple of substitutions. Guyton, Skaber, and Mackenzie come back into this one.
2:47 remaining in the first quarter.
It looks like CJ Buckley, Cox, and Hall are going to take a breather for the Mariners. Langara inbounds, but they retain possession as Chloe Skaber deflected that pass on the way out.
Locked out of bounds off the Mariners. Possession staying away from the Falcons.
Chong inbounds to the corner. Some good defense there by Kayla Gregory, but a 3 gets shot in her face and can't quite roll in. Offensively rebounded by Langara. Mid-range jumpers off the mark. Some great intensity by Langara here, who's pushing the pace and getting offensive rebounds for extra possessions. Holweg tries to throw it inside to Kayla Gregory. That one gets deflected, but the Mariners recover that one. Guyton throws it inside to Harriet McKenzie, who passes it inside to Kayla Gregory, and she gets fouled on the way up and will go to the free throw line for a chance at 2 points.
Foul called to Claire Wang on the play, and third personal. Timeout called, Langara Falcons.
As I mentioned earlier, Kayla Gregory having a great start to this season so far, currently second in rebounds per game with 10. Is also in the top 20 in steals per game, averaging over a steal and a half per game. She started all 4 games this year, and in just 26 and a half minutes is averaging 8 points on 34.5% shooting.
Reminder, of course, we'll have the men's match taking place later today, tipping off about 5 p.m.
The 4th-year forward for Prince George, BC was an important part of the VIU women's basketball team last year that placed second in provincials and second in nationals and didn't lose a game in the regular season. And the loss last night for the Mariners women's basketball team is definitely a tough one to swallow, so certainly expect them to be motivated to beat Langara, who last weekend defeated Capilano, the team that beat the Mariners last night. Gregory misses the first free throw after the full Langara timeout. Gregory makes the second free throw. Nice follow through on that jump shot. Chong gets the inbound pass, has Harriet McKenzie on her. That one's over to Lee. Over to LaFleur. Shot goes up from the corner, and Sang buries that one from three-point territory. Pass thrown inside to Harriet McKenzie. Her layup's off the mark. Rebounded by Langara. Sang coming back the other way. Nice pass in transition. The layup goes for 2 points. Renika Guyton pushing the pace. Gives it to Chloe Skaber. Still wearing that face mask from the start of the season. As Kayla Gregory knocks a baseline mid-range jump shot for 2 points. That gives the Mariners 12 and Langara 16 with just a minute and 15 remaining. Chloe Skaber almost walked away with the steal there. And a foul was called against the Mariners, it looked like, as one of the Langara players hit the deck.
Mackenzie Hall back in the game for the Mariners.
Chloe Skaber picks up that foul on Langara. She assisted the last made jump shot by Kayla Gregory on the last possession. It was a beautiful dime there. Excellent patience as well. LaFleur taking the free throws. She makes the first one. Score 17-12 for Langara. LaFleur can't make the second free throw. That one's rebounded by Chloe Skaber. The Mariners jump out in transition. Some great defense there by Sang. Thrown into the corner to Holweg for three. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Sang. She's got a handful of those rebounds so far in this game. Great job by the second-year guard out of Richmond, BC. Certainly not one of the biggest players on the court. The jump shot by Chong. Misses. Holweg coming back the other way. Nice Euro step layup, but that one can't trickle in. Harriet McKenzie's there. Grabs a couple of offensive rebounds. And it looks like she got fouled on the way to put that shot back up. And we'll go back to the free throw line for the third time in this game. McKenzie currently averages about 10 free throw shots a game. Certainly one of the more physical players in this league. As I mentioned, currently leading the PACWEST conference in rebounds per game, but also leading in blocks per game with 3.5. McKenzie makes the second free throw to put the Mariners up to 14 points. Now only down by 3 with less than 30. Transition play for Langara. Nice layup. Kisses off the glass for 2 points. Lee took a beautiful feed there from Sang, it looked like. Chloe Skaber swings it to Holweg, to Renika Guyton. Gets a screen from McKenzie. Back to Chloe Skaber. Holweg for three. Rebounded by Hall as time winds down. Was a good look for Key Holweg at the end of the clock there. Holweg had a solid game for VIU last night, provided a nice offensive spark off the bench. She had 9 points on 3 of 8 shooting and 2 of 3 from three-point territory. She also had a rebound, an assist, and a steal to her name.
For the second quarter, again, concession stand, including Mariner merch, open at the front entrance of the gym.
Couple of player stats through the first quarter of play. Haley Lee for Langara has gotten going offensively early in this game. She currently has 6 points on 3 of 3 shooting from the field, also has a personal foul. Sang has also established herself early in this game, currently with 5 points on 1 of 3 shooting and made her only 3-point attempt as well. She also has 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Caitlin LaFleur also has 5 points and 2 rebounds and 2 assists on 2 of 3 shooting. And then for the Mariners, CJ Buckley, who has some family in attendance from Portland, Oregon today, currently leading the charge offensively for the Mariners with 6 points on 2 of 5 shooting and already has a steal or 2. Harriet McKenzie also has 5 points and 7 rebounds, almost has a double-double. She has yet to make a field goal, but has been to the line 6 times and has made 5 of those tries. Kayla Gregory, who knocked down a nice mid-range jumper towards the end of the first quarter, also has 3 points. After the mid-range jumper, she also made one of her free throws, and it also has a rebound and an assist, doing a little bit of everything here for the Mariners. Langara finds himself up going into the second quarter by 5 points, and in large part due to them making a lot of their shots. They're currently shooting 35% from the field in comparison to the Mariners, who are shooting just 14.3%. Langara's also hit one of their triples so far in this game, while the Mariners have yet to make one, as Renika Guyton kicks it to Key Holweg. Guyton, nice spin move. Fadeaway jumper is off the mark and rebounded by Langara. Mariners coming back the other way. Guyton leading the charge on the fast break, kicks it to Key Holweg, who drives baseline, gets her own offensive rebound, but that layup's no good either. That one's rebounded by Lafleur for Langara. Pushing the pace now. Sang swings it over. Nice jab step there. And Sparrott gets called on the way to the hoop. Julia Sparrott will go to the free throw line.
Sydney Federley and Mackenzie Cox checking in for the Mariners.
Sparrott having a solid year for Langara so far. She is currently in the top 5 in three-point shooting percentage so far this year, shooting an unbelievable 42.9% from the three-point arc. Has been an absolute sniper here in the starting lineup for Langara. As she makes the second free throw, went 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. Guyton kicks it to the corner to Cox, who came back into the game. Guyton's drive to the hole gets picked off by Langara. Sang coming back the other way, pushing the pace for Langara. That ball gets thrown inside. Nice defense there by Mackenzie Hall for the Mariners. Might have got a block on that play as well, as Guyton comes back down the other way. Her layup doesn't fall. Lafleur pushing the pace yet again. Nice steal there. Looks like Cox got a hand on that pass as she comes back down the other way. Apologies, that was Federley with the steal. Sang comes back the other way for Langara. Langara certainly pushing the pace here as soon as they get possession of the basketball. It's probably a large part due to the nice feed inside. The layup gets blocked. That's probably due to the Mariners playing last night, and this being Langara's first game of the week. They played on the 19th against Capilano Blues, was their last game, as Sydney Federley gets called for the travel.
Violation called on the Mariners. On the play, a timeout called. VIU Mariners.
The Mariners are going to take a timeout here. Currently down 6 to Langara. Langara leading 20-14. The VIU Mariners currently leading the rebound battle by 5 rebounds. Another standout stat, they have 7 offensive rebounds so far in this game to Langara's 2. That's probably in large part due to the physical and strong front court that the Mariners have, both in their starting lineup and off the bench. As I mentioned earlier, Harriet McKenzie and Kayla Gregory are the top 2 rebounding leaders in the PACWEST Conference. Harriet currently with 14.3 and Kayla with an even 10 rebounds per game. And then just inside the top 20, number 16 in rebounds per game is Mackenzie Hall. She's provided a nice physical spark off the bench on both ends of the court, currently averaging 5.4 rebounds. That's a lot of rebounds between those three players, and Langara's going to have to work extra hard on the glass on both ends of the court if they want to get some extra possessions. Guyton almost comes up with a steal on Sang there, but she recovers. However, Guyton able to force Sang to go over and back. Certainly one of the strongest points of Renika Guyton's game. She's so quick laterally and such a smart defender. Certainly not the only thing she does on the court. Does a little bit of everything for the Mariners as the primary ball handler and point guard as Sydney Federle takes a three from the corner. Rebounded by Gregory. Guyton kicks it yet again. Thrown inside to Hall, who's battling inside. Whistle blown there. It's going to be a Mariners turnover. It looked like maybe a travel against Mackenzie Hall as she was trying to fight through two defenders. Langara still holding on to that 6-point lead with just over 7 minutes to go in the first half. Chong kicks it to the corner to Sang. Nice jab step there on Federle and makes her way to the basket, but can't knock down the layup. Guyton kicks it to the corner to Cox, who fires from three. That one's off the mark and rebounded by Chong, who gives it to Sang. Notice Sparrott there, who's just running right into the paint as soon as Langara gets possession. That's part of trying to tire out VIU as Renika Guyton's mid-range jumpers off the mark. And as we see again, a couple of Langara players just sprinting to the other end of the court as it gets kicked to the corner for three for Langara. That one's off the mark. Federle came up with that rebound there. Langara trying to tire out VIU, who played just last night. Hall, nice power layup to the basket. And that one goes out of bounds. It's going to be Mariners ball, it looks like still is.
Maddie Murray checking into the game for the Falcons. Harry McKenzie and CJ Buckley in the game for VIU.
A couple of substitutions here for the Mariners. Harriet McKenzie coming back into the game along with CJ Buckley, it looks like, and Renika Guyton and Mackenzie Hall are going to take a well-deserved break for the Mariners. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the first half. Langara still holding on to that 6-point lead. That one's kicked to Cox in the corner. Back out to Federle. Nice pump fake. Into the corner for Cox for three. That one's good. She swished that one. Mackenzie Cox. Beautiful 3-point make there for the Mariners. Langara kicks it out to Chong. Baseline drive. 3-point shot. And that one's good. Chong splashed that one from beyond the arc for Langara. Mackenzie Cox kicks that one to the corner to CJ Buckets. Pass inside to Gregory. Gets deflected out of bounds by Langara, and the Mariners are going to inbound on the Langara baseline. Thrown inside to Harriet McKenzie. Power layup to the basket, doesn't fall. CJ Buckley tried to throw it inside to Harriet. Looks like there's a jump ball called there by the referees. Langara is going to retain possession on that one, and they'll inbound on their baseline. Chong taking the ball up the court for Langara, guarded by Harriet McKenzie. She tried to drive inside the paint on the way to the rack and lost the handle on that, and it's going to be Mariner basketball. Another substitution for the VIU Mariners here. Kayla Gregory from Prince George, BC is going to take a break for VIU, and Mackenzie Hall is going to come back into the game, who has played strongly to start this one. Federle kicks it to CJ Buckley in the corner. Back up to Cox. Jab steps, kicks it to Federle for three. And she splashes that one from beyond the arc. Sydney Federle. Chong kicks it to the right wing. Sparrott kicks it to Chong, who splashes another one from three. That's back-to-back triples there for Ali Chong. Harriet McKenzie gives it to Cox for three. That one kicks off the iron. Harriet steals it, though, and makes her way back to the basket and floats that one in with the right hand. Harriet McKenzie, a great steal from behind. Sparrott guarded by Cox. LaFleur kicks it back out to Chong. Fakes the three. Pass there by Murray was intended for the corner. Maybe saw a few extra orange shirts there on the bench, or just maybe a miscommunication, but that ball goes out of bounds and it's Mariner ball. Federle. Kick to the corner for CJ Buckets. Can't get the three to fall. Harriet McKenzie tried to go for the rebound, and looks like she got fouled by a couple of Langara defenders. Langara holding on to a 4-point lead with 3:20 left in the second quarter. A few substitutions now for Langara. Lee and Sang are coming back onto the court. Sydney Federle's three-pointers off the mark, but rebounded offensively by Harriet McKenzie, who drives baseline. Can't get that layup to go either. Sang has Cox guarding her. That one's kicked to Lee. Great steal there by Harriet McKenzie. Little battle for a loose ball there. Mackenzie Hall lost the handle on it on her way to the floor. And Langara is going to retain possession here with 2:51 remaining in the first half. Harriet McKenzie for VIU almost up to a double-double already, currently with 7 points and 9 rebounds. Handful of those have come on the offensive glass and has resulted in extra possessions for the Mariners. However, haven't been able to capitalize on those so far, as they're still down to Langara by 4 as the ball goes off the Mariners, and Langara to inbound again on the Mariner baseline.
Their possession, 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Inbound pass to LaFleur. Kick to the corner for Sang for three. That one's off the mark. Mariners pushing the pace in transition. Federle kicks it to Cox, who drives to the basket and gets fouled on the way to the hoop, and will go to the free throw line for a chance at 2 points. Cox for VIU has had a great start to this game for VIU off of the bench. Currently with 3 points, 1 rebound and 1 assist, and has played some excellent perimeter defense here for the Mariners, as she can't convert either of those free throws on that trip to the line. Lee kicks it to the corner for Langara. Over to LaFleur, who penetrates and kicks. Lee kicks it out to Sang, who fires before the shot clock winds down, and that one's off the mark. Rebounded by the Mariners. Cox pushing the pace in transition. Kick to the corner to CJ Buckley. It gets thrown outside to Federley. Back to Buckley, who fires from three. That one rattles off the iron, and Langara comes up with the rebound. Sang pushing the pace in transition. Who's guarded by Cox. Sidhu kicks it back out. Nice defense there by McKenzie. Langara retains possession. Cox on the way to the hoop. Can't get the layup to go. Rebounded by McKenzie. That one doesn't fall either. A couple more offensive rebounds. Looks like Harriet now has over 10 rebounds for the Mariners, but hasn't found her shot yet in the early stages of this game.
Mariners basketball. On the play, timeout called by one of these teams.
Going to be another timeout call there. Just over a minute remaining in the first half. Langara still holding on to that 4-point lead, currently leading the home team Mariners 26-22. Mariners have certainly had their chances offensively, especially after all the offensive rebounds that they've had. But the difference in this game so far in the first half has been Langara making their shots. They've made 9 of 30 of their field goals for 30%, while the Mariners have shot 13 more shots, but have only made 14% of theirs. Langara's also hit one more three-pointer as well. Langara currently having 12 turnovers to the Mariners' 6, but the Mariners have only converted on half of those Langara turnovers.
Now the timeout call comes up 26-22 on the Mariners. 1:04 remaining second quarter.
Certainly the biggest difference in this game, and reason why Langara is up with a minute left in the first half, has been shot making. Led by Chong and Haley Lee so far, each with 6 points, and Sang with 5 of her own. Big steal there by Langara as they come back in transition. LaFleur. Shot is off the mark and rebounded by Guyton. Mariners pushing the pace in transition. CJ Buckley pulls up from mid-range. That one's no good. Gregory almost got the rebound, but McKenzie steals that one. And Gregory, on the way up to the basket, gets fouled and will go back to the free throw line.
Foul call on Jasmine City, second personal.
Gregory can't get the first free throw to fall. Currently has 3 points and 3 rebounds and an assist to her name so far in this game on 1 of 3 shooting. Can't get the second free throw to go either. Harriet McKenzie gets the offensive rebound, but gets fouled on the way up for the layup and will go to the line yet again. She's already taken 6 free throws in this game and made 5 of them. Shooting 1 of 10 from the field for 7 points. Has a double-double with 13 rebounds. Can't make the first free throw. That's at least 3 straight misses from the free throw line for the Mariners. As I've mentioned before, the difference in this game so far, and big reason why Langara up is because Langara is making their shots. They've made the most of their opportunities when presented to them. An excellent shot selection as well. Haven't really been forcing anything. Really balanced attack as well. 4 players have at least 5 points on Langara, and they've been able to compensate for the loss of Singh. 10 seconds remaining. Gregory tried to handle the pass from under the Mariner hoop from Renika Guyton, but can't get the handle on it. Goes out of bounds, and Langara is going to get one more shot off potentially with about 5 seconds to go. Shot from a couple feet outside the three-point line is off. believe LaFleur shot that one almost from center court. And that's going to do it for the first half of play between the VIU Mariners and Langara. Langara holding on to a 3-point lead, leading the Mariners 26-23. Have certainly done a great job of shot making, as I've mentioned before. At least 4 players with 5 points. Haley Lee has 6, Ali Chong has 6, Sang has 5, and LaFleur also has 5. The Mariners, although they've shot at least 15 more shots than Langara, have yet to find their offensive stride. A little bit of spillover from last night, which was certainly more of a physical and defensive game compared to this game, which has been a bit more flow to it offensively. Harriet McKenzie currently with 8 points and 14 rebounds for the Mariners. Has only made 1 of her field goals so far, but has been efficient from the free throw line. She's made 6 of 8 shots. And Courtney Buckley, who's had a strong performance so far in this game, with some family in attendance, which is always great to see. Currently shooting 2 of 8 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and has also played some tenacious defense on the perimeter for the Mariners. And despite Langara having an excellent shooting percentage in the first half, CJ Buckley has been one of the bright spots defensively and have made it tough on the Langara guards. That's going to do it for the first half of play. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you for the second half of action. Once again, my name is Austin Height, and we'll catch you for the third and fourth quarter.
I got another bubbly.
For the people listening at home, enjoy the second half.
Exactly.
All right, basketball fans, welcome back to the second half of action between the home team VIU Mariners and the visiting Langara women's basketball squad. Really exciting first half from both teams. Langara jumping out to a 3-point lead, currently leading the Mariners 26-23, and Langara has been absolutely relentless offensively. Despite the tenacious defense on ball from the Mariners, Langara has done an excellent job of fighting through contact and making shots. As CJ Buckley from the corner splashes home a three. CJ Buckley picking up right where she left off. Strong first half with 6 points. That three-pointers for 7th, 8th, and 9th. Spoke to her parents over the break, and tremendous people came all the way from Portland, Oregon to see CJ play. It's so great to see some VIU Mariner parents in the stands in this game. Langara is going to inbound on the Mariner baseline. Sang inbounds to Murray, gets kicked out. And a beautiful layup goes in there. Wang was able to force that one in with the right hand, keeping Langara up 2 points. Kayla Gregory with a mid-range jumper. That one rattles off the rim and is rebounded by Langara. Sang coming back in transition. Gets picked up by Buckley. Kicked back out to Sparrott. Back out to Sang. Nice crossover there on CJ Buckley there by Wang. Sang penetrates. Shot clock winding down, and a great defensive possession by the Mariners. Some great on-ball defense from CJ Buckets. Also great off-ball help there from Kayla Gregory, who's had a nice start to this game. A handful of rebounds and 3 points and an assist. McKenzie draws a double team on the baseline. Langara goes for the steal, but Guyton capitalizes and drives into the lane. Looks like Guyton got fouled on that one, and she will go to the free throw line for a chance at 2 shots. Guyton looking for her first points in this matchup. She makes the first free throw. Guyton taking a little bit longer to get going offensively after making the second free throw. Perfect from the line on that trip. He's currently in the top 10 in points per game, currently averaging 11.5 points per game, as Langara comes back down the other way. Lee kicks it out. Some nice defense there by Gregory to stop the layup from going in, and Guyton comes up with the rebound for the Mariners. Coming back fast in transition, CJ buckets for three, and she splashes that one home from beyond the arc. CJ Buckets from Portland, Oregon gets another 3 points on the board for the Mariners. Sparrott has Federley guarding her. Shot from three by Langara is off the mark and rebounded by Harriet McKenzie. Mariners, after a nice break in the halftime, pushing the pace offensively so far. Buckley swings to Guyton, who fires from three. That one hits the iron and is rebounded by Langara. Sang driving baseline. And CJ Buckley gets called for the foul. Looks like Sang is going to take a trip to the free throw line. Apologies, the refs thought that foul was committed before the pickup. So Langara is going to inbound on the Mariner baseline. And Federley comes up with a steal off the inbounds pass and dishes it to Gregory. Harriet McKenzie muscles her way to the basket, gets her own offensive rebound and kisses it off the glass for 2 points. Mariners now up to a 5-point lead. A little bit more offense going in as Langara's three-point attempt from the corner is off the mark, and Guyton pushing the pace offensively. Federley has the ball now. Thrown down to Harriet McKenzie, who has a bit of space inside and makes her way to the rim. Gets another offensive rebound and gets the putback layup to go. Mariners up by 7 now. Bit of a 7-2 run here to start the quarter. Certainly the type of momentum the Mariners were looking for heading into the second half. Sang's layup doesn't go, and Gregory grabs the rebound. Guyton pushing the pace yet again. Nice crossover move. The mid-range pull-up floater off the glass is good to go. Renika Guyton. Excellent slash to the basket and use of the quickness and agility that she has. Had 0 points in the first half, has now had a quick 4 points to start this quarter. As Langara is going to take a timeout. Bit more energy for the Mariners to start this half. It's certainly what they were looking for. They had enough attempts in the first half, but just couldn't really get anything to fall. They're currently shooting nearly 20 more shots than Langara, but Langara has done an excellent job of shot making, especially against tough contests and excellent perimeter and defense from the Mariners. Another noteworthy start to the second half for CJ Buckley, who quickly made 2 3-pointers. She's now tied with Harriet McKenzie for the Mariners' leading scoring in this game, both with 12 points. Buckley making 4 of 10 shooting has been outstanding here offensively, as well as defensively, as we're so used to, as Guyton comes up with a steal for the Mariners. However, Guyton can't quite handle that one, and it goes out of bounds. Langara is going to inbound the ball. Wang is guarded by Guyton. Swings it to Sang. Nice penetrate inside there, and the Mariners draw a charge. Excellent defense there by CJ Buckley. certainly one of the best perimeter defenders in the PACWEST conference. Played some valuable minutes down the stretch in last year's national final. There's a nice pump fake from Harriet McKenzie, who waltzes to the basket and gets the layup for 2 points. Mariners now up 11. They've had an excellent response to the first half, and Langara comes back down and absolutely drills a jump shot. Sparot with a beautiful make. McKenzie makes a power move on the baseline and gets fouled. Harriet McKenzie going back to the line once again. She's already shot 8 free throws in this game and already has a double-double. Currently with 14 points and 16 rebounds, and is one of the VIU Women's Basketball Athletes of the Week, alongside Mariner teammate and point guard Renika Guyton. Both had dominant performances last weekend against the Douglas College Royals. Each had over 20 points. McKenzie makes the first free throw. That puts her up to 15. Can't make the second one. And looks like Harriet McKenzie gets called for the over-the-back foul as she was trying to get the offensive rebound. A little bit too aggressive on that play for the Comox Valley BC forward. Langara inbounds. Wang is guarded by CJ Buckley. That one's kicked to Sparot, who has Hall guarding her, playing some great on-ball defense. And a beautiful block there. Looks like that one was Harriet McKenzie, who got all 5 fingers on that one. Federley kicks to Cox. Thrown inside to Harriet McKenzie. Throws up a floater, gets her own offensive rebound, and can't get the putback to fall. Langara coming back the other way. Sang kicks it to Wang. And a nice spin move, but the layup doesn't fall, but she gets her own rebound though. And it's going to be a charge against Langara. Lee gets the turnover on the charge there. And the Mariners are going to inbound. A little substitution here for Langara. Lee is going to take a seat after committing that foul, and it looks like Murray's going to come back into the game. Apologies, that was Karkner coming back into the game as Langara pulls down a rebound off the Mariners' miss. Karkner drives inside, kicks it back out. Three-pointer for Langara. Sparot drilled home that three-pointer from beyond the arc and makes the score 40-34 for VIU. Going to be a tie-up there off of the Langara miss, and it's called a jump ball and is going to stay Langara ball. They inbound to Wang, who's guarded by Mackenzie Cox. Karkner makes a move on Harriet McKenzie. Falls down to the floor, but Langara retains possession, and Mackenzie Hall comes up with a steal for the Mariners. CJ Buckley pushing the pace in transition, gives it to Harriet, who finishes the layup with the left hand for 2 points. Harriet McKenzie off the feed from CJ Buckley, who's had an outstanding game so far, maybe a little bit inspired by her parents from Portland, Oregon, coming all this way to watch her play. Has been outstanding for the Mariners on both ends of the floor as Sang comes back down and makes the floating layup. Mariners now leading by 6, 42-36. Federley throws it inside to Hall. Back up top. And it's going to be a travel against the Mariners. Mackenzie Cox took an extra step before she put the ball on the deck. And it's going to be Langara ball.
Kayla Gregory checking back in for the Mariners. 2:53 remaining, third quarter.
Harriet McKenzie is going to go to the Mariner bench, and Kayla Gregory from Prince George, BC comes back into the game, who's done a little bit of everything in the front court position for the Mariners to get this game started. has a handful of points. He's made a couple of nice jumpers as Sang can't get the point-blank layup to fall. Federle on the left wing for the Mariners. Gives it to Courtney Cox, who kicks to the corner. Thrown inside to Kayla Gregory, who's hounded by 2 or 3 Langara paint defenders, and they stop that one and come back the other way. Transition layup is no good, and Mackenzie Hall comes up with the rebound for the Mariners. Mackenzie Cox gives it to CJ Buckley, who fires from 3 and couldn't get the 3rd consecutive three-point make to go. She came out of the halftime and made her first 2 three-point makes.
Blocking foul called Sydney Federle for the Mariners. First person.
Looks like Sydney Federle picked up the foul there on Karkner, and Karkner is going to shoot a couple of free throws here. Sydney Federle and Mackenzie Hall going to take a breather on the Mariners bench, and Renika Guyton and Harriet McKenzie coming back onto the floor. Karkner can't get the first free throw to fall. She's brought some great energy for Langara here off the bench. Currently with 1 point, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists on 0-2 shooting from the field. He's done a little bit of everything for Langara here. We're doing a great job of filling the void left by Nadia Singh, who is not dressed in this game. Harriet McKenzie, nice little power layup, uses the right hand to put it off the glass and into the net for 2 points. Langara drives, and there's a foul on the play, and the layup can't stay in. LaFleur is going to go to the free throw line here. The second-year guard from Vancouver, BC.
Ali John checking in for Langara. Key Holweg back in for the Mariners.
LaFleur has also had a solid game so far for Langara off the bench. Currently doing a bit of everything with 5 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists on 2 of 10 shooting from the field. She's made one of her 2 free throw attempts before that one, making it 1 of 3 now. As I mentioned before, LaFleur with 4 assists has done an excellent job of throwing dimes to her teammates and getting good shots for her shooters. Holweg pokes that loose ball free. Chloe Skaber, who's still wearing the face mask, and hopefully that's going to come off soon, and she makes a nice recovery. Suffering a facial injury, it sounds like, before the season got started. She's worn that face mask all year as Harriet McKenzie gets fouled on the way to the basket. It's going to go back to the free throw line once again. She's already shot 10 free throws in this game as she makes the first one, now shooting 8 of 11 from the free throw line. Can't get the second one to fall either, but that's rebounded by Kayla Gregory on the offensive glass. Guyton throws it inside to Harriet, kicked outside to Chloe Skaber. Passed it to Holweg, almost lost the handle on it, but she recovers and drives baseline and throws up a right-handed floater, and that is bottoms. Key Holweg with a nice little offensive play there for the Mariners for 2 points. McKenzie comes up with the defensive rebound on the Langara miss. Guyton tried to push the pace in transition, almost lost that one due to great defense by Langara. McKenzie coming back down the other way, grabs her own offensive rebound after the missed layup and puts it in off the glass for 2 points. Much more energy now from the VIU Mariners in this quarter here than we saw in the first half. Langara shooting for 3. Spirat's shot was off the mark, but they get the offensive rebound. Less than 10 remaining on the clock. Spirat, another shot doesn't fall. Great shot selection, though. Chloe Skaber from beyond the arc, and that one is no good. She actually hit one of those half-court shots last year in a similar scenario as time was winding down. Looking for that same sort of magic here. Chloe Skaber, currently one of the league leaders in three-point percentage. She's sitting inside the top 15, shooting 21.1% from the three-point arc. And that's certainly one of the strongest points of her game, as she is an absolute sniper on all parts of the court. A little bit more energy in that quarter by the Mariners than we saw in the second half. They were down by 3 going into the third quarter and now find themselves up by 13. Went on a really great run there despite Langara playing some strong defense. Certainly no easy buckets by the Mariners. A big part of that run has been rebounding for the Mariners. They've been out-rebounding Langara all game, currently leading that battle 45-28. Certainly resulted in a lot of extra possessions for the Mariners. A couple of player stats while we're waiting for the fourth quarter to start. Some great play so far by Langara, despite giving up the lead in that third quarter. Sang currently with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists for Langara on 2 of 11 shooting. He's also made a three-pointer and is 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Sparott has also been strong offensively for Langara, also with 7 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists on 2 of 9 shooting, and has made 2 three-pointers. She missed a couple of shots towards the end of the third quarter, but they were phenomenal looks. Shows the offensive IQ that Sparott has. Haley Lee has also played extremely well for Langara, currently with 6 points and 3 rebounds on 50% shooting from the field. Meanwhile, for the Mariners, Harriet McKenzie with another 20-20 performance, currently with 22 points and 20 rebounds on 7 of 24 shooting. She's had a phenomenal night from the three-point line, 8 of 12. And Courtney Buckley as well has had an excellent performance on both ends of the court with 12 points on 4 of 12 shooting, and has made 2 three-pointers as Renika Guyton gets to the basket and throws up a floater, but that one's off the mark. Goes off out of bounds, off the Mariners, and it's going to be a Langara ball. Chong, who's back into the game for Langara, is guarded by Key Holweg and made a nice crossover move on her. LaFleur kicks it to Sparott for the three-point try, and that one's no good. Chong with the rebound, though, and fires her own three. She's hit a couple of those in this game, back-to-back in the second quarter. But Kayla Gregory grabs the rebound. Nice cross-court pass to Holweg, and Guyton fires for 3 and makes it. A three-point splash from Renika Guyton gives the Mariners 52 points to Langara's 36. Guyton has come alive offensively in the second half so far. Made a couple of jump shots here. Jong, nice pump fake there on Holweg. Gives it to Sang. Jong cuts inside. Nice pass from Sang. The layup, no good though. Sparott with the rebound. Apologies, it was Karkner with the rebound, but the Mariners recover anyway. Guyton kicks it to the corner to Holweg, who fires for 3. And Key Holweg snipes that one home from beyond the arc on the left wing. Beautiful shot there by Key Holweg, the first-year guard out of Richmond, BC. A couple of substitutions for both teams. Mackenzie Hall coming into the game for the Mariners, and Haley Lee getting onto the floor for Langara as they're going to inbound. Renika Guyton comes away with the steal, pushes the pace on transition. That layup's no good, and rebounded by Wang. It looks like either Guyton or Hall fouled Wang as soon as she got the rebound.
First personal.
Guyton covering Wang. Taking her time, wanting Langara to set up the offense and get back to that offensive groove they had in the first half. Excellent defense there by Chloe Skaber, who's absolutely suffocating Wang. Guyton coming back in transition, finding Holweg, who finishes the layup in transition for the Mariners. That gives them 57. And another steal here potentially. No, Langara recovers and takes it to the hole. There's a foul on the play. Looks like it was before Lee's shot attempt. She made that one, but it's getting waved off, it looks like.
No basket on the play. Foul call before the shot on Chloe Skaber for the Mariners, second personal.
It's going to be Langara ball. Murray, apologies, LaFleur is going to inbound for Langara. Thrown to Sparot, who's covered by McKenzie. Drive inside by Karkner. That layup rattles out. Rebounded by Renika Guyton. Holweg taking it to the rack once again, and she converts the layup. Key Holweg has done an excellent job in transition of finishing passes from Renika Guyton, who's out there throwing dimes. Sang suffocated by Guyton yet again. LaFleur drives. Lee with the mid-range jump shot. That one's no good, but rebounded offensively by Sparot. Sang for three. That one's no good. Mackenzie Hall comes up with the rebound there for the Mariners, and Guyton coming back the other way gives it to Holweg. Kick to Chloe Skaber, who has all the time in the world to fire from three, and she buries it. Chloe Skaber. That signature three-point shot is deadly against any squad. Bit of a defensive lapse there from Langara. Should know to not leave a sniper like Chloe Skaber open for too long, and Langara's going to get called for a travel on that play. LaFleur took too many steps after she picked the ball up. And the Mariners are going to come back the other way.
Amber Hemrich checking into the game for VIU.
Holweg kicks it in the corner to Hemrich, who's on the floor for the first time in this matchup. He's been an excellent energizer bunny on the depth chart for the VIU Mariners. Certainly not afraid to throw up a shot anywhere on the court.
For the Falcons, fourth personal.
Keeping her defenders honest.
Mackenzie Cox in the game for the Mariners.
Chloe Skaber, after that three-point make, is going to head to the Mariners bench, and Mackenzie Cox is going to come back onto the floor. Nice steal there by Langara. I believe that was Karkner who took that one away. Sparot kicks it to the corner to LaFleur for three. That one rattles off the iron and is rebounded by Mackenzie Hall. Cox gives it to Holweg, who drops it off to Harriet McKenzie, gets her own rebound, and finishes the layup with the right hand off the glass. That's another 2 points for Harriet McKenzie out of Comox Valley, BC. Karkner kicks it to Lee, who tried to throw it inside to Sparot, but gets the ball back, but can't finish the layup, and McKenzie comes up with the rebound and gives it to Holweg, who drives and kicks to Hall. Hall tried to find Harriet McKenzie in the paint, but that gets deflected out of bounds. Looks like it was last touched by McKenzie, who is going to be subbed out for Kayla Gregory and take a well-deserved breather on the VIU bench. Just over 5 minutes remaining left in the fourth quarter. Mariners have had a huge second half, up 64-36 against Langara, who had a nice start to this game, or trying to find that offensive groove in the last 5 minutes of play here. LaFleur penetrates, kicks it to Lee. Back to LaFleur. Mid-range jump shot. His time is winding down. It doesn't touch the rim, so it's going to be a shot clock violation against Langara.
On the play, a timeout call to the Langara Falcons.
It's going to be a timeout here, and looks like Jordan Ryu is going to come into the game for VIU with a comfortable lead for the first time in this game. Despite Langara not making as many shots at the same rate that they did in the first half, they've done an excellent job of shot selection. They've been getting their shooters open looks, and it's just a matter of them falling. But they've played solid offense and have forced the Mariners to take some tough contested shots on offense. Langara playing some solid defense here, making it tough on the Mariners despite the score. Langara is being led offensively currently by Sang and Spirat, each with 7 points. Sang with 4 rebounds and 2 assists as well, and Spirat with 5 rebounds and 3 assists of her own. Mackenzie Cox kicks that one out to Ryu, who gets a screen from Kayla Gregory and kicks it to Hemrich, who drives inside and drops that one off to Kayla Gregory, who nails the mid-range jump shot from around the baseline. Kayla Gregory's had a beautiful touch on her shot today, taking a few more jump shots than we typically see from her. It's certainly worked out in her favor. Has an excellent release and follow through as LaFleur's 3-point jump shot is off the mark. Ryu throws it inside to Gregory once again. Hemrich for 3. That one's off the mark. Wonderful box out on defense by Claire Wang to prevent Gregory from getting the rebound and let the ball roll out of play. Some great defensive IQ there. Jaden Wilkinson is also in the game for the first time for the Mariners. Wang kicks that one out to Karkner, who takes the mid-range jumper and rebounded by Wilkinson. Makes an impact right away off the bench. That one's kicked out to Mackenzie Cox. Wilkinson has it on the right wing now. Thrown inside to Kayla Gregory. Muscles her way in, gets her own offensive rebound, and Wilkinson. Nice footwork there, but is stripped by Wang, who comes back in transition, guarded by Cox, and Lee takes the mid-range jumper at the elbow, and that one's off the mark. Wilkinson recovers the loose ball, and Spirat gets in there and ties it up, and the refs call a jump ball. It's going to remain Langara basketball. With just over 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, Langara trying to get a bit of offense going before time runs out here. Sidhu is back in the game for Langara. Inbound pass thrown inside to Spirat. Bit of a tie up there with Mackenzie Cox, and that goes out of bounds. It's going to be Mariner ball as Spirat squeezed the ball in between her knees there as she fell to the ground. As Hemrich inbounds the basketball to Cox. Nice little Euro step move and layup with the left hand, but the Mariners can't make it. Gregory got the rebound, and her putback layup was no good either. Wang penetrates inside and gets fouled on the layup attempt and will go to the free throw line for a chance at 2 points with 2:43 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mariners have 3 timeouts left, and Langara only has 1.
Number 9, Mackenzie Hall back in the game.
Kayla Gregory is going to take a seat on the Mariner bench. It looks like her game might be over. And Mackenzie Hall comes back. Kayla Gregory did a little bit of everything for the Mariners once again. The forward from Prince George, BC, had 5 points. The 2 field goals that she made in this game were mid-range jump shots. Beautiful follow-throughs on those. Also had a couple of assists and 11 rebounds as Ryu's 3-point shot is no good for the Mariners. Wang, guarded by Mackenzie Cox, gives it to Sparot, who's guarded by Ryu. Back over to Wang. Nice spin move inside by Wang and gets fouled on the way up by Ryu, and Wang is going to go to the free throw line once again.
Foul on Jordan Ryu for the Mariners, first personal. Vivian Chan in the game for Langara.
Wang's had a nice game for Langara as well. After she makes that first free throw there, currently has 7 points on 2 of 10 shooting from the field and 3 of 3 from the foul line. Also has 7 rebounds and an assist to her name, and has certainly brought a physical presence to this one defensively, currently with 4 personal fouls. Sparot, guarded by Mackenzie Hall. Nice push off there, mid-range jump shot, and that one doesn't go. Langara keeps it alive though. And Murray able to put that one in off the glass. Saidu saved the ball as it was going out of bounds and fed it right inside. Mackenzie Hall from mid-range. That one's no good. Rebounded by Wang. Minute 40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Mariners up by 25 as Sparot takes the mid-range jump shot. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Mackenzie Cox. Layup from Cox is good with the left hand. Beautiful use of speed and strength there by Mackenzie Cox, who finishes it with the left hand. Gives the Mariners their 67th and 68th points. Wang guarded by Cox as she dribbles past half court. Gets a nice on-ball screen there from Murray. Cox fights through it though, not making it easy on Wang at all. 3-point shot by Langara is no good. Andalo couldn't get that one to fall. Wilkinson throws it inside to Hall. Back outside in the corner for Hemrich, and she splashes home a 3 from the right corner. Under a minute remaining here. Mariners currently up by 30. Saidu kicks it inside. Great deflection there by Hemrich for the Mariners. Chan was trying to thread the needle there. Murray is going to inbound for Langara on the Mariner baseline with 33.5 seconds, and that's stolen by Cox. Beautiful pass in transition to Hemrich, who finishes with the layup with the right hand. Hemrich has provided a beautiful offensive spark for the Mariners off the bench in limited minutes. He's done an excellent job of pushing the pace as Wang fires from 3. That one's no good. Ryu, great job not touching that ball on the way out, and Wilkinson's going to inbound for the Mariners on their baseline. Cox is going to bring this ball up the court, and it looks like they're going to let time run out as a sign of respect for Langara, who played an excellent game despite the lopsided score. Certainly wasn't an easy game for the Mariners as they walk away with the 73-41 win over Langara. Langara not making it easy at all. Mariners were struggling offensively in the first half. They had nearly twice the amount of shots as Langara. The only difference was Langara was making theirs. And great offensive surge to open the second half by the Mariners, and they carried that momentum through the rest of the game. Renika Guyton, who struggled offensively in the first half, came out firing, making 2 straight jump shots, and both of her free throws, finishing with 7 points, 4 assists, and 7 rebounds, is a triple-double threat for the Mariners every single night. Harriet McKenzie also had another 20 and 20 game with 24 points, 23 rebounds on 8 of 26 shooting, and made 8 of 12 free throws. Courtney Buckley, with her parents in attendance all the way from Portland, Oregon, had another strong performance on both ends of the court for the Mariners. Buckley finished with 12 points on 4 of 12 shooting and made back-to-back three-pointers in the third quarter to start that offensive surge for the Mariners. She also had 2 assists. Key Holweg off the bench for the Mariners. Another solid offensive game with 9 points on 4 of 10 shooting and a 3-point make as well. And for Langara, Sang had a very solid game with 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, doing a little bit of everything for Langara on 2 of 11 shooting, and also made a 3-pointer. Wang also pushed the pace all night with 7 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist on 2 of 11 shooting and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Sparot was shooting from everywhere on the court. Excellent shot selection from Sparot in that game, who finished with 7 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Was also throwing some dimes. And Caitlin LaFleur was also another standout performance with 5 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists on 2 of 12 shooting and 50% from the free throw line. That's going to do it for this game. If you're sticking around for the men's basketball game between VIU and Langara, hope to see you there. I'll be calling the game once again in about 20 minutes. And for those of you done for the day with VIU basketball, and thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks so much for those in attendance who came to the game and those who are watching from home. It's so great to provide you all with some play-by-play commentary and have this wonderful Canadian sport bring us all together. Once again, my name is Austin Height. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will catch you for the next game in about 20 minutes.